Welcome to a short video on the Home Address Confirmation Process, or HACP, for the 2023 to 2024 school year. HACP is the process that Arlington Public Schools currently uses to verify the home address of current 5th and 8th grade students in preparation for the next school year. This process allows APS to maintain accurate student records to ensure that we are complying with Virginia law and our admissions policy. It ensures that Arlington residents are the folks that are attending Arlington Public Schools. Throughout the process, several modes of communication will be used, and families in 5th and 8th with students in 5th and 8th grade can expect to receive a letter in the mail with all of the information about the process. You can also expect to see posts on APS social media accounts throughout the months of November, December, and January, just to remind families about this process and about the requirement to submit updated home address documents. School staff like the registrar or welcome center staff may also contact families through Parent Square or phone calls or emails, and we are here for families who need assistance with submitting documents for this process. The submission window for HACP this year begins November 27th and ends on January 26th, 2024. So that January 26th date is the deadline to submit the documents that are required for HACP. What documents do you need to submit? There's a couple different choices that you'll have to make. If you own or rent a residence in Arlington, you will need to submit 3 documents total. The first document will either be the deed or your current lease agreement, and then you'll need 2 different supporting documents from the list below. There is quite a long list of choices for the supporting documents, and you will need to submit 2 different ones. Okay. More information about the supporting documents is also on the HACP website. If you live in a residence that is owned by someone else, you will need to submit 5 documents total. The first 3 are at the top where it says Residency Form A and Residency Form B. These are affidavit forms that will need to be notarized. In addition to Forms A and B, the deed or lease agreement for the property will also need to be submitted. So that's documents 1, 2, and 3. And then the last 2 are the supporting documents. So in addition to these primary documents at the top, you'll need to choose 2 additional supporting documents from the list at the bottom to submit. All right, these are what the A and B forms look like if you're not familiar. The Form A needs to be completed and notarized at the bottom, and Form B as well needs to be completed and then notarized at the bottom. Notaries are available free of charge at the Welcome Center and at most school sites. Okay. We also have these forms available in Spanish for reference purposes only, and the English forms will need to be the affidavits that are actually signed and notarized. Okay, how to submit your documents. There are several choices for how to best submit your documents, and you can choose what is easiest for you and your family. The first choice is in person. So you can bring your documents to your student's school, to the main office and the registrar, or you can bring them into the APS Welcome Center. The Welcome Center is located at 2110 Washington Boulevard, and we're open daily from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., except for holidays or days when the school system is closed. Okay. The other choice, which may be easy for many families, is online submission. You can submit your HACP documents through an online portal that uses Parent View. So you'll need to sign in through your Parent View account, and there will be an option to upload documents there. On the HACP website, there's this yellow button, and that will take you directly to the online submission portal. This is what that portal will look like. There's a couple different pieces that you'll need to click through, and then you'll get to the documents section of the portal. When you get to the document section, at the top is for the primary proof of Arlington County residence. In this drop-down menu, you'll select if it's a lease, if it's a deed, if it's an AB form, and there's a space to upload the document. And then if you scroll down, you'll see all the different choices for the supporting documents, and you'll upload your documentation there under whichever supporting document choice you've made. Okay? That will get sent directly to your school's registrar, and that registrar will reach out when they have received it. All right, a couple of tips if you choose to do the online submission. It works best on a desktop computer or laptop. It is not mobile friendly, so we do not recommend using a smartphone. We recommend having your documents ready to upload before logging into ParentView. The module will only allow for one submission, so you want to make sure that when you go in to do the upload that you have everything ready, okay? If you have documents that are multi-pages, like multiple pages in the document, please make sure to scan that into one file. So if your lease agreement is 5 pages long, you want to make sure that all 5 pages have been scanned into one file upload. Okay. And the last thing about leases, we know that some leases from apartment complexes can be 20, 30 pages long sometimes. It is okay to only include the pages of the lease that contain signatures and dates. Typically, it's your first and last page of the lease. So just make sure that you know that that is an option if you don't want to scan all 30 pages of all those lease agreements. Additionally, there are 4 scheduled evening events at different middle schools during the HACP window, the HACP window. Any family can bring documents to any school's evening event. So Swanson Middle School is having the first event on January 11th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. So Swanson Middle School families can come to drop off their documents, but any family can come to Swanson if that time works for you, if that location works for you, to come and drop off documents. Staff will be on site during those hours to collect documents, and we will also have notaries available. So you can see Swanson, Gunston will be January 17th, Thomas Jefferson Middle School will be on January 10th, and Kenmore will be on January 18th. So again, any family can drop into any of those evening events to drop off their documents or get a document notarized free of charge. If you have any questions about the HACP process, please feel free to reach out to the Welcome Center. Our phone number is up there, 703-228-8000. You'll want to select option 3. You can also email the registration email address or call your student's school registrar or front office staff. They are all aware and understanding of this process and can answer any questions that you may have. In addition, if you haven't already checked it out, we have a section of frequently asked questions on the HACP website if you scroll down a bit, so your question may be answered there. All right, thank you so much for your efforts and for your compliance with this process. We really appreciate it.